Hi, my name is Liz Alvarado, and today I'm going to talk about a cultural artifact. They are fun, they are colorful, they are filled with goodies and candy. They come in many different types of shapes and even characters. As you all might already know what I'm talking about, that cultural artifact is called the piñata. This cultural artifact has been used in our family traditions, especially for birthdays and Mexican holidays, especially Christmas time. It is a highlight of every kid's, even adult, birthday parties. But the piñata is not only used in Mexico, it is used worldwide. Um, Typically, here I've seen them now with strings attached to the bottom, and instead of hitting it, the kids get to grab one of the strings and they all pull at the same time, and all the goodies fall out. But I'd like to actually give you a bit of background. I'd like to tell you a bit of its origin, history, and my personal memories of how we've passed it down through generations. So, the origin of the piñata, as many of you might think was Mexico, was actually not. It was originated in China. Um, the Chinese used to make these in the forms of oxens, cows, buffaloes, and they would actually cover them with colorful paper and ribbons all around, and they would actually fill it with five types of seeds in hopes of a good year for their crops. So when they hit it and it opened and these seeds fell to the ground, they would actually burn them and they would collect the ashes of the seeds and keep them for good luck throughout the year. But by the 16th century, the tradition of the piñata made it from Europe to Mexico. And the history during this period was pretty fascinating to me because I never thought it was a religious symbol at one point. The Mexican Catholics' perception of the piñata was about the battle between man against temptation. The 7 points on a piñata represented the seven deadly sins. The middle part, where you fill it, represented evil, and the seasonal fruit and candy that were filled into the piñata were the temptations of evil. The person with the stick would hit it. I'm sorry, the person with the stick would get blindfolded and they would get turned 33 times. That represented the years of Christ's life. The beating and the hitting of the piñata represented battle against evil and temptation. Finally, when it breaks, and the seasonal fruit and candy were actually the rewards for keeping that faith during the beating of the piñata. Today, the piñata has lost its symbol and is now a symbol of fun at birthday parties. I remember growing up, my parents bought my brother and I piñatas throughout our childhood. Um, and I now have kids. They're 19 and 12, and I have accustomed them to having piñatas for their birthdays. Of course, my 19-year-old doesn't request them anymore, but my 12-year-old actually requested hers this year. And not only for herself, my cousins now have kids, and she wanted to show them what a piñata was and show them the fun in it. So that kind of shows you how we, took it down generation. It goes down through generations. Um, but the piñatas have been around for centuries and have been symbolized in many different ways, from New Year's in China to a Catholic perception symbolizing man against temptation in Mexico. And now they're all just about fun and being rewarded when it breaks. But for today and future generations, they will only be that colorful, fun, candy filled object of either a character or an object of any type of shape um, at the next birthday party. Thank you again, and I hope you have enjoyed a little bit of the background of a piñata, a cultural artifact.